Good morning, everybody,
Hello.
from our studio here in Houston. Hope you are great. Our chat, it's live on YouTube, and it's almost 10 o'clock, right?
That's a good thing.
And then why don't we start with the introduction, so make this official.
Absolutely. Let's play the music.
It's a second, and there we go. Cling, 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 cling.
I hear that in my sleep.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
Good. I'm wearing my
We
pink
say
glasses.
that like we didn't just spend an hour in a car together getting here.
I'm wearing my pink glasses. It's a good sign
Rose-colored
that
glasses.
I feel good, because last Sunday I got my flu shots, guys, and I suffered for 30 hours straight. And then when those 30 hours were gone, I was like back on my feet.
And I got to tell you, when Bogdan suffers, everyone suffers.
Oh.
No, he was miserable. He was really, the cat was like hiding out with me.
Why don't you start and do some
Welcome, everybody. We are doing Art Chat with a tool for Bogdan and I to, that's a horrible mirror behind me.
It's a weird thing. What?
Like, yes, for doing our makeup, I guess. I don't know. But Art Chat is a tool for Bogdan and I to share the kind of work that we're doing, what's new, what's available. Everything that you see today is for sale. And the time to buy a piece of art is when you fall in love with it. So if you fall in love with a piece, we can get it to you wherever you are in the world.
Guys, we have so many great news this time. We have a lot of events coming up. We have some future possible projects coming up.
They are coming up.
Yeah, we have Christmas. We have
all
kinds of things. And guess what? My Amazon boxes are showing up at the door.
Things you ordered ages ago.
I think it was September, October, something like that. I was like,
I've got two that I'm waiting for.
Where are these coming from? I was like, completely forgot about them. But
ho ho.
I was like, oh, it was my birthday, and therefore John bought me a present.
I did.
No, there's
it
just
wasn't
late
delivered.
Packages.
It wasn't delivered.
Hey,
that's for the story we're going with.
That's right. So let's switch back to the presentation.
Oh, here. Right. Oh, yeah. Why we're here.
Introducing the first two pieces, which are, by the way, one that is called Anticipation from the Inheritance series. I moved through life so fast that I leave this series completely untouched because I don't have time to get back or talk about it. And then another one, it's because it's kind of a holiday season. It's floral, and it's kind of it matches not only throughout the year, but
it's not Christmas, but it certainly can sell for Christmas.
It can be a nice decoration piece in your home.
Certainly festive.
Guys, do you remember the Inheritance series?
It
has been forever.
I think this is my favorite picture in that series. There's a couple that just absolutely haunt me. And this is one of them.
Going on in this picture, and so much poetry, and so much silence and mystery in the same time. Where is that hallway go? It's always haunting me. Why that hallway doesn't go anywhere? Why is it stopping there?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I love the Inheritance series, and I love this picture, particular for the color and how time put the imprint on these old paints.
It's funny. Just so people know, if you don't know, he hasn't altered the colors.
No,
this is what there was.
I was there when in 2018. And I completed this project that actually covers the Herculane thermal baths in Romania, a wonderful, spectacular place, completely left in ruins.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there is a group of students from a university nearby that are trying to put their effort into not necessarily renovation because there's no money.
There's no money for renovation,
but
exactly.
conservation, which is fantastic. But when I got in there, you know, in 2000, it was 2009, 2010, I was so in love with the first time.
Oh, the first time, sorry.
I got in there, you know, sneaking inside the building because the building was open for everybody to get in. And it was amazing, the decay of each room and the colors peeling. It was so fascinating to me. I wasn't ready at that time to photograph, to make a project out of this.
Right.
But then as time flew, it was on the back of my mind for a long time. It is now 10 years, almost 10 years later.
Because we were really, at that first trip, we were interested in the exterior shots.
Yeah.
Those are amazing too. And those aren't even included in the things you've printed so far.
I make this project and I'm so happy with it. And it got so much attention. It got an exhibition in Argentina and an exhibition here in Houston.
She took it to, or some of them to Austria, didn't she? Or Switzerland.
No, I don't believe it was this. It was Decay. It was a different series. But it doesn't matter. So what happened is this series got a little hiccups on the road because we hit COVID right at the time when I launched it. So everybody was kind of wandering around, what are we doing now? So this is kind of, I'm trying to
those were just lost years, weren't they?
Yes. I'm trying now to, you know, reimagine this and restore it, represent it, reshow it. Yes. And that's because, you know, this year it's the Photo Fest biannual here in Houston.
Next year.
Next year.
We're not quite there yet.
Getting ready this year for next year. And I want to have all the series back on the wall here for showing for the entire biannual length. And
we are so fortunate in Houston to have such a massive, I think it's the largest in the world, photographic kind of celebration, and there's a portfolio reviews, there are presentations, there are exhibitions all over town. And we're very, very lucky that we're able to do that. And they're doing it all here at Silver Street this year. So this will be the hub, the center of all the activity. So we're very excited.
I got a proposal from a gallery nearby, Serrano Gallery, you know.
From Valentina Atkinson at Serrano.
Featuring me in her gallery for the biannual. So today we're going to have a talk and we're going to have more news to
see what she's interested in. And that's quite an honor.
So this is one of the news we wanted to reveal at this time. But let's get back to the presentation and show you how this actually a decay picture would look in an environment. I mean, look, it's a new...
It's like a window.
It's like a new portal into a different space, isn't it? It gives you so many questions. You don't have to really know that this was a castle or it was a thermal bath. It is
could time. Be anything. Yeah.
This picture is about time and how time passes through and what it leaves behind.
And there's even though it's decayed and forgotten, there's an elegance there. And here you don't see a lot of ornamentation, but the simplicity of the lines and the shadows and the color, it has a very elegant feel to it.
Yeah. It was a fantastic series, and I'm gonna have to, you know, with every art chat and any other possibility, I have to bring it back to the viewers' attention, because it's really beautiful. All right, enough with decay, and let's bring some colors and happiness.
Yay! I love this series.
Yes, it's an actually, guys, this, I think, how many pieces do I have here? I don't remember, 9, something like that. There are, all these pieces are done in a time when I was when I just moved to Texas, and I had a lot of time in my hands because I needed to wait for paperwork, I needed to wait for the driving exams, I needed to wait for all kinds of things. AVM, he says, good morning, fellas. Hi.
Hi, AVM. How are you?
Great to have you here. And we're talking about this Garden Jewel series, and they are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on.
Very creative.
And I didn't stop. And what? Oh, the names.
The titles. You worked hard on those titles.
You know, it was a point in time when creating series was at the beginning of my. No, photography wasn't at the beginning. What was the beginning was creating series, and I always stumble of okay, how am I going to call this?
Yeah.
For a while, I went to Untitled, which is a terrible thing to call your work Untitled, because in 30 years you're going to have 30
a big stack of Untitles,
30,000 pieces of Untitled, and which is Untitled, that red and that blue, whatever. So so this is Jower number 2, and you can make as much fun as you want for it. But it's a beautiful one, and as I said, it's made with elements that I found in the yard, and I happen to have a magnolia tree, and I was like, what do I? Let's see where the creativity goes. So this is how.
And I'm not a big fan of florals and things like that, but I love the way you have taken something that we all take for granted here and we see every day and made me see it in a different way. And to me, that's the real hallmark of good art, is taking you someplace you've never been before.
And it's a beautiful piece. I mean,
they're like candy.
Yes, they're almost popping through the room and give the room a lot of warmth and a lot of welcoming and a lot of homey feeling, you know, because you can have a lot of artwork, you can have black and white pieces, you can have paintings, but if you have one of those common things, then we'll bring a flavor of this garden. So what else? I am, those are all in limited edition. I do have 24 by 24 printed and framed here in the studio, and they go for $500 right now.
I know you had some small ones as well, and they look so good in a series.
So those small ones were my first
foray out.
How do you call that? The proofing. Because I needed to see how they look like, and I put them in some little frames. You shouldn't really sell your proofs, but somebody wanted those, and why not? One of my collectors, absolutely, you can have them.
But what my point was, in a series, they're very, very breathtaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, so if you want to see more of these guys, you can head to Bogdan Photo Art and look under the floral tab in there,
and that's photo with an F.
Or just you know, search Garden Joes, and all of them will be displayed on the search results. So yeah, I'm and again, it can be kept in a home all year long, or it can bring back
just
from the storage.
Bring it up for the holidays. Yeah,
fabulous.
They're stunning. Very happy pieces.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it can be
and it's so contemporary and very. I think one of the problems I have with florals is they seem dated to me very often. But these are very contemporary.
Yeah, and each one of them has a little element. So with some of them I paint over, or some of them have some some white dots and whatever that the style was at that point in my mind. Anyway, guys, those are my 2 pieces. I hope you like them. I hope you come and buy this Saturday.
Buy them.
And not only buy them, buy more. There are some small items here in the studio on sale just for this month. So if you want to collect one of my pieces or John pieces, this is the time to come by this December. We have a lot of stuff here. And even though it's going to be an open Saturday,
this Saturday,
John is going to be in San Antonio for the Zine Fest. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I've been big into the Zine Fests, and we did Austin. We did the big one here in Houston, and now this Saturday I'll be in Austin, Texas. In San Antonio, Texas, for their Zine Fest. It's at Central Library downtown. So that'll be this Sunday from 10 to 6, I think. For Saturday from 10 to 6. And so I won't be here for second Saturday here in Houston. I'll be there at the Zine Fest. If you don't know what a zine is, it's short for magazine. And they're homemade indie press. There's one of the ones that we take.
Oh, and this is
self-published. That's the
It's
rest
a
of that
scarce-
collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys wanna see the whole series of that inheritance, that's coming into a zine as well.
Absolutely. So we have those, we have some children's stories, and then of course, people are doing their own. Some of them are handmade. They're very,
And they're very inexpensive, right?
oh yeah,
How much does this go for?
that's $10,
It's
but
$10, guys. Come on.
that's professionally printed and
The work I put
full
in it,
color.
it's more than $10.
Mhm.
But anyway,
And we just had the Comic Con here in Silver Street last weekend. So there's a lot going on with indie publishing, and I find that all very exciting. That my geek librarian comes out, so
You
it'll be a
said,
fun day.
you said you're big in zines. How big? Big
I-
or big? Big.
Huge. Huge.
All right, let's go back to presentation here because we're losing momentum. What's new? I know that you've been really busy creating the chair for your new exhibition that is here. The exhibition, guys, at Silver Sea Studios is called Home. Yesterday, people
started hanging their work.
hanging their work. The curator placed everything in their place.
Mhm.
And
We have a guest curator, site curator coming in. Her name is Heather Brahman, and Heather came and took, I think, 165 pieces of art all down the halls, found a home for each one of them, and then all the artists started hanging yesterday. Today we'll afternoon or tomorrow we'll do the lighting and the labels, and we'll open the show on Saturday.
And do we have a official opening of
the reception?
Yeah.
The reception won't be until January the 13th.
Okay, so you guys
We had a lot of conflicting.
put that in your
So
agenda.
it's kind of mid-show.
Yeah, and it looks great. Right now, it looks like
Yeah,
one of
this
those how do you call the reality shows on how to decorate.
This is in progress. It will look a lot prettier than this picture.
And what else is with me?
But it's
You
a
know,
big show. It's going to be nice.
what's new with me? I'm continuing to do this graphic, grungy, wall graffiti, urbana mixed up series. I'm working on them. I want to create at least 4 pieces for now and have them ready for either at the end of the year or in January. So the first piece, I have 2 ready, but the first piece has been framed. And I want to share it with you guys. Look how cool this is. I'm loving
The
this.
frame is magnificent.
I'm
as
loving
well.
these frames now. Yes. But you know.
Shout out to Lauren at Pictures Plus.
Yes, I went there and I said, I want some frames, but I don't want just wood frames. I want something that is pop art, like some modern, some colors, probably metal if you have. And she's like, oh, metal I have.
It's funny, things go in and out of
A
fashion.
ton, because nobody is interested in metal these days, but it absolutely matched this work. So
And funny, we were in Mexico City and people came up and said, ooh, you've got metal aluminum frames. We can't get those here. And so they were thrilled with the idea of the frames that nobody wants here. So it just,
so these
styles come and go.
These are my pieces for now. And what else? We want to keep saying that on January 6th,
yes,
we invited our consultant advisor, Rosa Ana Orlando, to be here in Studio 314 with us and have a talk with our collectors about how to build a private art collection, how to take care of your art collection. What is an art collector? And she is like, even if you have 1 piece, you are an art collector, and you need to know how to care about that.
And if you don't have 1 piece, come see us. No, I'm kidding.
And, you know, who to collect, how to collect, are there any criteria? We interviewed her yesterday, and it was fascinating.
Delightful
Guys,
interview.
Now we have about maximum 20 spots here in the studio. And if you want to participate, we still have a few chairs left. And please do RSVP at info@johnbishopfineart.com and let us know that you are interested so we can put you on the list.
Yeah, so it'll be a lovely evening chatting with Rosanna Orlando, and there'll be nibbles and drinks. So it'll be a nice evening.
And now is that time that we want to thank you for being here. Thank you, AVM, for watching us.
Absolutely. And more than that, AVM, thanks for everything you do. You're just an amazing support for us.
You know, she featured you.
I saw that. I do appreciate
all
that.
Social media. Guys, if you don't know who AVM is, you can go to Instagram and say AVM Hawkins and find her. She is a fabulous
podcast as well.
She has everything. She's doing very well, and she is working hard, just like
and just a darn nice person.
Yeah,
you know.
And she's a mother, and I don't know how she combined all these things together.
She can do anything.
I don't have any kids, and yet I have no time in my hands. But it's your time to talk about your pieces.
It's time for me. I've got two pieces I want to talk about. The first is called, they're actually both from our Urbanesque series that Bogdan and I did together.
And both part of the home.
And they're both in the show that we're just launching on Saturday. So the first one is called Chatter. It is a mixed media piece. Are we going into it? Okay. It's a fairly large piece. It's 48 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good behind the couch. What I really wanted to explore here is the idea of layering and translucence. There's all kinds of layers going on here with little windows that have this kind of see-through quality to them that kind of, I hoped, were like windows revealing what's beyond or beneath.
And it worked. I mean, there's a lot of transparencies there.
There's a lot to see. And when you step back, you see less detail. You just see color and movement and
a pattern, right?
And yeah. But when you get closer, then there's a lot going on. One of my big themes in my art is that the experience of a painting close up should be as interesting or exciting as from far away. I don't live in a palace, so I end up being fairly close to my art when I'm going down the hallway or whatever. And I should have a good experience of this art even when I'm close up. And that's what I was trying to
fantastic
achieve.
Piece. It brings so much.
It looks like it looks like it's lit from behind.
Yeah,
that's what I was really hoping to do. That kind of luminosity that should be coming through it and around it.
If you have a contemporary house, a lot of gray, and round styles, straight styles. Look how that brings everything together. It's just unbelievable.
It's certainly got a lot of movement, a lot of energy. I really liked the piece. Particularly the colors and that layering. I thought that was really what I was after, and I think I made it happen.
I think you did. It's really, really good. I always read, I don't know why, XOXO, which makes me even more happy.
XOXO?
Like, okay, yes.
Somebody had said 100, and I was like, oh God, now I don't see anything but the 100. And somebody said, is that a pair of glasses? No, you don't have to see anything.
No, I always see XOXO.
It's non-representational. It's okay, guys, not to see anything.
Whatever you see, it's okay.
It's okay.
That is the beauty of abstraction. You can read and make your own story with each and every piece.
Absolutely.
And the other one, it's a completely different style.
Yes, this is, again, I was looking at the idea of urbanesque, and last time I shared the one called Urbe, which is a kind of a companion piece to this one. And what I was really trying to explore is the idea of buildings, this urban landscape that is about the buildings. It's not about people in a landscape. It's certainly abstract, it's representational, but some of the buildings, I put a few windows just to give the idea of windows, but the idea of the linear effect, the kind of geometric qualities of a city landscape. And I wanted to say, okay, I've got these buildings, I've got that going on, but I wanted the energy and the kind of the thing that ties it all together with the other pieces is that backdrop, that background with the sacred circles and just the energy and movement could be a seen as a sun in a sunset or
It's almost like a,
summer day or.
what is that, a naive art?
Yeah, it's certainly not meant to be. I didn't spend a lot of time doing the lines straight.
But I
But
like
you know
how
what?
pick up
The
this-
inspiration for this was actually Georgia O'Keeffe. And I didn't know this
Mm.
until I started doing the research, that before she did all the lovely flowers and things that everybody kind of knows her for, she had a whole series of buildings from New York.
Mm.
And what I think I like the most about these pictures is they have that kind of noir mid-century or the
Yeah.
40s. It has this feeling of being Gotham City or something from a comic book. There's a
Yes.
graphic quality to them that I find particularly exciting.
And it's great. And this one in particular, it can be any city. However, I don't know why it looks like Houston.
It
Like
could be Houston. Absolutely, it could be. But anyway, I think the colors are vibrant. It gives a feel of the city without being, too detailed or there's a quietness in it as well. One of the things I did on all of them is I raised the view so that I don't see the streets. I don't see life in the city. It's about the buildings and the lines, not about what happens in the city. It's the city itself.
But it's great. It almost remind me these 1930 movies.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah. Dick Tracy.
Sin City,
yeah.
Sin City.
There you go.
It's like from there. Anyway, so what else do we have to say?
Let's see. We have talked about the show. We are about to go to Romania again. So we will be leaving for Romania in
January 14.
middle of January till the end of till February. And not the end of February, the beginning of February. So it'll be exciting time there. We're going to do some more.
I don't know how exactly, because last night it snowed so badly. The snow was
January
like
in Romania.
Yeah.
That's the time to go. Actually, we're going because Bogdan still has some dental work to do, and we're trying to do some other things with the
It's called
nonprofit.
rejuvenation.
To give you an update on the nonprofit, we are still waiting. We have submitted all the paperwork, and it's just a waiting game. It's very frustrating, but as soon as it hits, we are ready to run. We're looking at hopefully our first gala in March. So fingers crossed, and
We'll talk about this
tuned.
more as if we have news.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I hate to even bring it up because there's no news.
I don't want to make a lot of news about nothing. But what else? We talk about Serrano and a possibility for
Yay. Thank you, Valentina.
collaboration. And then we have Rosa Anna coming to talk with our collectors on January 6th, and that is from 5 to 8 p.m. in the evening. So if you guys are available, if you are interested, do send us an email at info@johnbishopfineart.com, or contact us if you have you have all our details. And what else? We have an open Saturday this Saturday.
And then happy holidays. There's a lot going on. Whether you do Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, if you do, what was the one from Jerry Seinfeld, Festivus for the rest of us? Whatever you celebrate.
Good.
Have a really good time doing it.
Okay, guys, this was the art chat for December 7th. Great to see you here and watching us, supporting us, and we'll see you next week.